Hello and welcome to the Christmas special of Show and Tell with Tunes. Oh, you've got a really bad echo. I can hear myself through your setup.
Oh no, not this again. I
Yeah,
can't even blame it on Billy this time. Right, hang on.
so I can hear myself back.
My volume's on really low.
Let's just try this.
Um,
Can I hear myself again? I can't hear myself anymore, so
I've got my speaker volume on 4. It does mean you're a bit quiet, but I mean I can hear you fine.
that's fine then. Right, so let's start that again.
Go for it again. So you can't hear yourself any feedback now, okay?
No, I can't hear myself, so
Okay,
as long as
let's go
you
with
can
that
hear
then.
me, that's fine.
I can hear you. You're a bit quiet, but nothing terrible. I can hear you fine.
Wunderbar, right.
Yeah, go with it.
Hello and welcome to episode 132 of Show and Tell with Tunes and the Festivus Especial, where I am joined by a musical helper for this very Christmas day. My good buddy, the head honcho of all things wrestling 20 years ago, and the co-conspirator on this playlist, as it is a collaborative effort, Mr. Rory McNamara. How the fuck is your Christmas going so far?
It is going very, very well. The vegetables haven't quite been burnt yet, but it's still early, let's say. Domino's is open until midnight.
Are
So
you on the
worst
festive
comes to
spirit yet?
very, very much so. Depending on when you're listening to this, I'm either or yeah, you can fill in the gaps yourself. But peace on earth and goodwill to all men and all that.
So, as you know, last year I did the alternative Christmas music because no one wants to hear fucking Wham and any of that shit anymore. It's the
Have
same
you
shit.
have you heard have you been Whamageddon this year so far, Mr. Lacey?
No, because I don't go anywhere where they have loud music without my own headphones. So
Good lad.
I drowned the shop music out with Slayer and Hatebreed and things like that.
From Wham to Hatebreed in one move, of course.
How else do you think I get around the queues in the shops at this time of year without wanting to murder everyone? I have to have some murder going on somewhere. So, talking of murdering and evil things, we have started today's Christmas festivities with some fucking fun metal Christmas songs. First things first, the head honcho of Merciful Fate, the one of the most evil gentlemen in all of Scandinavia, King Diamond with his wonderful ditty No Presents for Christmas, because all the naughty boys and girls aren't allowed any. We follow that up with just monsters, with Gwar's Stripper Christmas Summer Weekend. And what's more Christmassy than Arnie? He's got one of the best Christmas films in Jingle All the Way. So, our good
Uh,
buddies in Austrian Death Machine have brought us him doing Jingle Bells.
did you just call Jingle All the Way a good film, Chris?
It's a good Christmas film because, the level of Christmas films are awful.
They are. And the bloke in it looks like Savio Vega as well.
Yeah, there's Big Show's in that, isn't he?
Is he in Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in Jingle All the Way.
It's been a while since I saw it. I could easily fire it up a bit later on now, but I might just have to see if I can test that supposition. Let us on a postcard. Oh, we're not doing wrestling 20 years now. Send us an email.
Yeah, that and then there's always Jingle All the Way 2, which had Paige and Santino in.
Oh God,
Never
I've
watched
definitely
it.
not
I
seen that.
don't want to. It's got Larry the Cable Guy in it. Fuck that shit.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
But yeah, wrestlers and Christmas movies. That's a conversation for a little bit later, I think. Because there's a couple that have got to be watched because they're really funny, and there's some to keep away from. But before we go into the talk of wonderful Christmas films and all the other things that are joyful and triumphant at this time of the year, we have some old school now. We've got the Kinks with their wonderful Father Christmas, which I knew this song more by the fact that Bowling for Soup did a cover of it, which I didn't realize was a Kinks song until I was searching for songs for the Christmas special. Went, oh, there's a Kinks Christmas song. I heard it and went, I know that. Bowling for Soup, do that one. We then have the first of your selection, which is Saint Etienne, I Was Born on Christmas Day, which, isn't sort of massively an alternative Christmas song, as it was a chart hit back in the day, but, it's not the constant rotation, so I'll allow it.
A chart hit number 37, you mean?
Hey.
Maybe in your world, Lacey, that's that's ultimate style. Number 37 Christmas chart, 1993. 5 places below All Apologies that year. So there you are. There's a little factoid for you.
Ooh. But yeah, you got to remember, any of the songs that I've picked, none of them would have been anywhere near a chart.
Not really bothering the hit parade.
No. We then have Saruman, Dracula, and pretty much Count Dooku and loads of other wonderful roles. The man, the myth, the legend, Sir Christopher Lee, and his wonderful dulcet tones over some thrash guitar for Jingle Hell. I allure anyone that has any interest in sort of like over the top power metal or anything even slightly interesting and sort of just want to hear something different. There is a Christopher Lee power metal album, which is sort of part spoken word, part Lord of the Rings, part fucking Manowar. It is great. It's definitely one of those if you just have some time to kill over the festive period, you can do a lot worse than chucking that on in the background for an hour and just having some fun. And the last but not least is another one of yours, the Raventones and This Christmas Song, which is another one that I had heard before, and I was like, ooh, I remember this one. Not very Christmassy, even though it's called Christmas Song.
Somebody's been at the sherry. It's the Ravenettes, Chris.
It's late. I've only been on it since I started.
Been on the advocate since 9 o'clock. You can tell us.
Well, they did say to cover the Christmas pudding in brandy.
Yeah,
it didn't say that, how much and what to do with the rest of the bottle.
Yeah, okay. Followed the recipe with it taking sampling into account.
Exactly. It's not my fault. It's all Delia's fault. She, I learned to cook from Delia.
Is that still on, Delia Smith's Christmas? I remember that was shown first shown, I believe, in '89, but it was on year after year after year on BBC Two until like 2005 or something. The same one.
See, I just go with the fact that, I just remember Delia getting pissed and walking on the pitch.
Of course, in 2005. That's probably the year it was pulled for that very reason.
Yeah, because I think she was on the sherry that day.
She outdid herself. Do you reckon? It was a Monday night that night.
So. So that is the Kinks, St. Etienne, Christopher Lee, and the Ravenettes, or the Ravenettes even. And we'll be back with some more Christmassy style banter and fun tunes very shortly. And we are back. More booze has been consumed because, we're on the mince pies now.
But this is the vegging out in front of the Great Escape part of the day, isn't it?
That, or, whatever shite special BBC are putting on, Strictly or fucking Top of the Pops with loads of people that you've never heard of or care for.
Correct. Where's Ben Hur when you need it? That's what I want.
So, what says Christmas more than some hardcore, some black metal, some alt rock, and the originators of hip hop? Because that's what we've got coming up in a little while. But before we go into that, so as we were saying a little while ago, wrestlers in Christmas films. Obviously, we mentioned the Giant being in Jingle All the Way. We've got probably the worst of the Christmas films in Hulk Hogan's Santa with Muscles. Have you ever put yourself through that pain?
I have watched Santa with Muscles, and I wear the scars. I wear the scars.
It is so bad. Oh. And another one for the fucking awful pile was that Ms. and Page one, Santa's Little Helpers. I don't know if you've seen that.
I'm hearing about that for the first time, and I hope it's the last.
It was one of those of
Ms. and Page. Oh my
yeah,
god!
it's about 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it was one of those of me, Yuli, and some of the other lads had all been on the beers for Christmas, as you do. I went, oh, let's see what's on, what bad films we can find. And we saw that and went, let's watch it.
Yep, you haven't made it up. It's really a thing.
It was awful. It was fucking terrible.
Fucking
but
god! I've gone through life not knowing anything about that.
and now you do, and it's ruined your Christmas forever.
I'm just looking at the front cover now, and yeah,
You want to watch it, don't you?
I don't think that one's going to be going on
to...
when we're done here.
And also, though there is one that you do have to watch because it is awesome, featuring Goldberg, Santa's Sleigh.
Yes, you sent me a clip of that one a couple of days ago as we record this.
That is...
I need to see that, I must.
If you like dodgy, sort of over-the-top horror films where, the killer is massively overpowered, then this is great. Basically, did you know that Santa Claus is actually Satan? He'd lost a skiffle board match 1,000 years ago, so he had to be good for 1,000 years and be Santa. That 1,000 years is up, so he's on a killing spree in some small Midwest town. And Goldberg is Santa / Satan and has a penchant for killing.
It's the greatest story ever told.
It is. It's amazing. It's definitely one of those ones. If you like, bad, they're good films. Definitely one to watch. My favorite scene being when he goes to a strip club, pulls down the stripper pole, and impales the stripper with it. As it's that level of
joy to the world.
It's fucking amazing. You have to watch it, everyone. It's great. So, back to some tunes. So, first is one of your choices. The Fall with No Xmas for John Quays. This is one I had not heard before. It's an interesting ditty.
John Keys. John Keys. Oh, there's a pun. If you say John Keys very quickly, it sounds a bit like you're saying John Keys. And that's what the song's about. Again, the true meaning of Christmas.
That is very, very true. We are then following that with black metal's originators, Venom, with Black Christmas.
Oh, of course.
Because, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have something like mildly satanic on. We then have the Matchbox, or the 80s Matchbox Beeline Disaster even. You can tell I've been on it today. With Morning Has Broken. And then we are going retro with the originators of All Thing Wonderful and Hip Hop with Run DMC's Christmas in the Hollers. So yeah, we're going a bit everywhere with this. Some hardcore, some black metal, some alt rock, and some rap. And we will be back very shortly with some more fun and festivity for this Christmas day. We are back, and it's that time of the day. We've all, started to veg out. What's the chocolate selection of choice, Rory?
Well, it's roses this year. But
gone with the roses.
The thing about roses is they go bloody quickly.
They do.
I swear there's not as many in the tin as there used to be, I swear. They've never ever gone that quickly before.
I was going to say, normally, they're either smaller or the fact of, you're just grabbing bigger handfuls.
Ultimate question, Chris. Roses or Quality Street? Putting you on the spot now.
Roses.
Right, he's gone for roses.
But that has to be said. The only ones that get left over are the nut ones because no one in the house eats the nuts ones.
Where do you stand on heroes?
See, my estimation of heroes has gone up since they've started putting the cream egg ones in.
Yes, they are the they are first. Look, was it the cream egg twister? Is it they're called?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Straight away, first one's done.
I dibs into there, grab all
They're
them.
amazing.
No one's getting them, and then the rest is fine. It's a selection of good chocolates, but they did up their game as soon as they put in a cream egg to get that cream egg fix sooner than just waiting for Easter.
Can you still get these days? I can't remember what they were called. Those sort of sugar fruit things. You'd get them a lot like the Christmas hampers in like the late 80s.
Oh, they're like the weird sort of Turkish delight style
That's
things.
it. That's
Yes,
the one. Yeah, that's the one.
I haven't seen them in many years, but I would imagine if you went into the right shop in Norwich, they probably still have them because
They would
we do
always be
like a
there.
lot of old shit.
They would always be there with the hampers alongside the tinned ham. Oh, guaranteed.
And a chocolate orange because you have to have a chocolate orange at Christmas.
But at this time of the night, here we are. So we'll say sort of 8 p.m. something like this Christmas Day. This is really the just eat and drink anything stage of proceedings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what
you've long stopped caring at this stage of the game.
It's the point where I'm like, what's in arm's reach? They'll do.
No, you're treading over the stray bits of cracker, and the chair's been upended, and you can't be bothered to pick them back up.
That and there's still boxes and wrapping paper all over the floor.
Oh yeah,
that's the big. That's the thing you've got to remember. I've got the little one.
You don't clear up the wrapping paper on Christmas Day. It stays until at least the 27th.
But that's when back to work. It's just not fun. So, shall we have some more tunage for yourselves? We have a delightful Monster Magnet with Dead Christmas. Nate Dogg and his wonderful ditty, which does age because what he's asking for in Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto, he is asking for a SNES. So, and not in the ironical, I want a SNES Classic Mini, like they were big a couple of years ago. He wants the original one. We then have the Mannix with Ghosts of Christmas. When you sent me over this, I was like, oh, I'll grab this one. And I didn't realise that Send Away the Tigers had been out for 10 years.
Send Away the Tigers 2007. Think about that.
Oh, I think it was the last good album.
Where does it go?
And then the sensational Alex Harvey Band and There's No Lights on the Christmas Tree. So enjoy these, and we'll be back very shortly with some more. And we are back. And it is definitely that time of the evening where I'm pretty much thinking, what am I going to make leftover sandwiches with?
For the next 3 weeks.
There's turkey. There's turkey sandwiches. There's turkey curry. Turkey pizza. What else can we make with turkey?
Yeah, see, that's where you start. The well is starting to run a bit dry when you start bringing turkey pizza into it.
Well, it's just the fact that I'm not really a massive fan of turkey, so I need something nice to put it on to use all the meat.
I must be honest, I am a bit of a picker. I head back into the kitchen about 2 p.m. and just start picking wildly. Plus, if I have bread with pretty much everything, so I'm set for turkey sandwiches for a while.
That's fine. And you can always spice it up with a nice one of the selection of cheeses.
There you go. The cheese board.
It's,
the cheese board.
Emmentail.
Any time of the year. The Christmas one is the cheese board.
See, I like a nice Gouda. I like some Emmentail. Not a massive fan of the Brie. That normally goes to the missus. But I've noticed recently that there has been an ascendance in like the nice mature cheddars with jalapenos and red chilies in, and I'm like, yes, this
jalapenos and red chilies. I'll get it.
I want to feel it as it goes down. It has to have a bit of a spank to it. Put that on a cracker. There we go. The perfect snack. So, with this day of festivities, what would a normal festive day look like in the House McNamara? Are you everyone round yours, everyone round the family members, or is it just a nice quiet get together?
Traditional. Not planning on leaving the house until the 30th. And I have no intention of going to any shop at all on Boxing Day or the 27th, 28th, 29th.
See, I will be in the city. I will be in the city Boxing Day, but that's because Norwich are at home.
That's as good a reason as any. The traditional. Here's one for you. No. Obviously, the traditional Boxing Day fixtures. Should they bring back the Christmas Day ones? Last played, I believe, in 1957.
See, I would
return matches on Boxing Day.
See, I would like that in a way because times like this year, because my other half's shift pattern has not been kind to her this year. She is working Christmas Eve, and didn't get in till 6 this morning, and has got to work again tonight. So it would be quite nice if me and the boy could fuck off out of the house for a few hours, go to the football, and let her get some sleep. So when it's weeks like this, when she's got the awful shifts, it could be helpful. But that being said, we do have a game Boxing Day, a game Saturday, a game New Year's Day, and then a game the next Saturday. So it is 4 games in a week and a half.
Very true.
I can live with that. But yeah, I don't know. I think a Christmas Day game would be quite interesting. I suppose. I know they play. Do they play American football on Christmas Day?
I believe so.
Because I do remember flicking on Sky Sports at this sort of hour of the night and going, "Ooh, American football's on."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are NFL games taking. There are others who would be better qualified than me to talk about that.
But they're not here.
But so let's say yes for now, and they can shoot us down when they listen to this, as I'm sure they will.
So yeah, it's one of those of normally sort of watch some sport if it's on, because what's not to like when watching all sports. But yeah, so you have a very sort of traditional presents. Are you presents as soon as you get up, or is it breakfast then presents, or is presents in the afternoon?
Oh, it's not present. The day's gone. Presents. It's not presents in the afternoon. It's up. Prezzy's done.
See, we have a little one where we put some with having little, and we'll have the stockings. You can have what's in the stockings before breakfast. Then it's have breakfast and then go nuts with the tree.
Yeah, but when I were a nipper, it was pretty similar to that.
Yeah, I think it's more just a case of just to make sure that Will then has something to eat, because if not, he would just either want to sort of pound into those fucking selection boxes that every kid gets at least 3.
Yep.
And trying to explain to a 7-year-old, no, you can't have 2 Mars bars for breakfast. I don't care that it's Christmas Day, but the problem is for all of December, you've said yes, you can have your advent calendar for Christmas.
Yes.
It does make it a bit more difficult. But yeah, no, we pretty much sort of couple of presents in the morning, breakfast, more presents, get the dinner done, mong out on the couch. Normally, there's either games or DVDs, as is tradition.
Well, of course,
that either go on or get played. This year, obviously, Bell working means that I will get the telly all to myself Christmas evening and be playing Spider-Man.
But of course,
because what else is there to do? And have a few beers is my tradition.
He's got it. He's got it.
It is more about the kids. Will loves Christmas.
There you go.
And talking about kids and loving Christmas, segues. We have first up in the next round of songs, Lacuna Coil and Naughty Christmas, because kids should be good at Christmas, not naughty. We then have The Damned and There Ain't No Sanity Clause. I see what they did there. Play on words. We then have the original Pimp, Snoop Dogg, and a Pimp's Christmas song. And then you decided to bring something classy to the proceedings with the Couture twins and their lovely version of Frosty the Snowman. Why did you feel that you needed to class the joint up?
I've always been the refined one in these parts, haven't I, Chris? I'm the one there picking up the rubbish. Yeah, believe that. You believe anything.
So that's Lakina Coil, the Damned, Snoop Dogg, and the Couture twins, and we'll be back very shortly with a little bit more before we leave you this festive day. And it is that time of the day. We're all, had a very Merry Christmas. It has been wonderful. We have many things, new and old, and we also have filled ourselves with much food and merriment. It is that time where, normally I'd say pimp thine wares and sort of, promote anything that you want to shill with the guests. But do you know what? You know that we do the wrestling show. If you want that, you know where to find it. I'm just going to thank Rory for joining me on this Festivus to plow through some music and, just give you an hour or so away from relatives or whatever you have on Christmas Day to just have some tunes. Maybe you listen to this while you're washing up, cooking dinner, whatever it is that you're doing. I just hope you've had a good Christmas. Rory, as I said, thank you very much for joining me. Any last words that you have for us?
Is it New Year's Day yet?
No. Some of us have got to work between the two.
Some of us don't have to work until the 2nd of January.
It's all right
He
for
said,
some.
"Not at all smuggling."
I've still got to go back to work for 4 days between the two.
On that note, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right. Just before we leave, we have Busta Rhymes and the Grinch with Grinch 2000. This last one was picked by Will because it's off his favourite TV show, Phineas and Ferb, which is Baljeet and Buford's version of Good King Wenceslas. And as we have said, have a good Christmas. Have a good New Year. As you know, New Year brings the top 20 albums of the year shows. There may be another one between them as well. I don't know. It depends on whether I can be asked. I know, sacrilege. But just a thank you to everyone that's listened this year. Have a good Christmas, and we'll be back later with more.